Oh, that's hot. Oh, that's freshly made. Hang on. Ah, that's better, isn't it? Hi everybody, so this week I'm going to do a more fun video than I've been doing recently, but serious recently. And what better way to do a fun video than to revive a 3-year-old Emma Blackery tag on what is my dating profile. So first thing to point out is that there is an original video to this which I shall link in the description. And yes, it is 3 years old, but of course I only saw it this week, so that's why I'm doing it now. I've got the questions here. So question number 1. Do you believe in love at first sight? Yeah. Although not as often as people try and make out that it happens. There are, of course, some relationships, quite rightly, that start with infatuation and butterflies and all those kind of things, and they're fantastic, and if it continues on forever, then who's to say it isn't love at first sight? But does that really happen, or does it for parties really just grow on them over time? They kind of like each other and get to know each other, and then really get to know each other, and then really get to know each other, and you get my point. Okay, question number 2. What do you do for fun? I make YouTube videos. But I also play cricket in the summer. Talking about summer, it's bloody cold today. It's September now. That's why I've got the jumper on. First jumper of the winter. Do you want to have any children? Yes. I've no particular timescale on it, but I think before having children I want to get myself set up in life properly first, i.e. basically buying a house. Although I kind of need to get a girlfriend before. Yeah, anyway. What are you looking for in a relationship? Quite simply, companionship and love and lots of nice things. No, but seriously, I think in a partner I'm looking for somebody who's intelligent, not necessarily have a degree, but you know, that kind of intelligence. What is the one thing about yourself that you'd like me to know? I am a geek. Here's the thing, so before starting YouTube I didn't really understand cameras too much. I understood thirds, and so you're supposed to line things up on thirds and things like that. But I didn't really understand f-stops and ISOs and things like that. I taught myself pretty quickly because I'm a geek and I understand the physics of it now. That's how much of a geek I am. Most people would just, oh, I'll change this setting and that setting and it'll be right in the end, and it will be. But I like to know the actual physics of it. If you won the lottery, how would you spend your millions? I don't mean to be too boring about this, but I'd probably buy a house first, a really nice one. Which was the first crush you ever had? This is actually, I don't know. It was some time ago, obviously. I seem to remember having a crush on a girl when I was about 11. It was about the time that Bill and Ted, the movies, came out, if you've ever watched those. And they gave their girlfriends these plastic rings, or was it hula hoops, or I don't know, something like that, as engagement rings in the film. So I think I was thinking about bringing in a plastic ring to give to her, even though she wasn't my girlfriend or anything like that. But I thought it would be sweet and she'd absolutely want to go out with me. Of course, that sounds ridiculous now, doesn't it? You have 6 months to live. What would you do first? Well, assuming that money is no object at this time, I would want to go to America for a week or two, because I've never been, and I'd kind of like to go to LA or New York or somewhere like that. No, actually I wouldn't do that. I would go to Australia to watch an Ashes Test match at the MCG or something like that. That's what I'd do. Are you a morning person or a night person? Oh, this is easy. I'm a night person. I am awful in the mornings. I don't want to get up. I don't want to do anything once I'm up. On the other hand, I will stay awake till 3 o'clock in the morning quite happily. So I'm definitely a night person. If you had friends coming over, what would you cook? Actually, I think I'd cook a shepherd's pie, because you can feed loads of people with it, and it's really easy to make. Honestly, it really is easy to make, and it tastes fantastic, in my opinion. If you could travel back through time, what single mistake would you correct? Do you know what? I don't mean to be corny, but I don't particularly think that correcting mistakes in your past actually helps you. Obviously, if I knew what I knew now, then I wouldn't necessarily do what I did in the past, in general. But I don't know, you don't learn anything unless you make mistakes, so make mistakes. And this last one sounds more like a job interview question than it does a dating profile, but there you go. Where do you see yourself in 5 years' time? Well, obviously I'm going to be a massive YouTuber in 5 years' time. I'm going to have 1 million, billion, zillion subscribers, and everybody will want to collab with me. So that's where I see myself in I don't even believe that, but one can only wish, can't they? Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to subscribe, I should do it by clicking here because I make new videos every single week. Or if you want to watch another video, just do it here. If you like the video, do click like just down below, and I shall see you next time. Bye-bye.